Hello guys, welcome to my channel the Minis of Tech. Today we are going to see what are the arrays, for loop and for each loop. Okay, so let's get started. So if you see in my previous video in part 2, I have explained what are the data types and what are the arrays. So today we are going to see more details about the arrays and for loop and for each loop and how we can use it in automation. Okay, so arrays are used to store a collection of items. Okay, that is nothing but it is used to store the data. So we can store any type of data or same type of data or different types of data in the array. Okay, so in the same array we can store the data like integer, as well as we can store the string and any other data types as well. But if you define the data types, then we have to store the data related to the either integer or string only. Okay, also arrays can store only one type of data, that it can be either integer or it can be string or it can be float. Okay, so another interesting thing is the arrays has the automatic index numbers. Okay, and that starts from 0. So that we are going to see and we'll correlate how the index starts. Okay, so let's see the examples of arrays and other for loop and for each loop. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so here you can see that okay, I have defined the variable, that is the dot my array. Okay, so in my array I'm storing the details like 1 to 8. Okay, and here I have given the I'm just want to see if I give this command then what value I'm going to get. Okay, so let's run it. See, it's giving me the value as 2. Okay, so 2 is nothing but this one. So even though I'm printing the array number is G1, it is giving me the value as 2. It means that the indexing is starting from 0 to 0 and 0 onwards. So if I give it here 0, it means the index is starting from 0. So it will give you the value like 1. See, so that is how it is giving the value as 1. Okay. So if I want to see what is the data types it is taking, so we can type it here my array dot get type. Okay, see, so it's nothing but a object. Okay, so this is the array but it is showing as the object. Okay, so we can store any type of data in the array. Okay, so here you can see that these are the strings. Okay, so let me run this command. Okay, so if I type here dot get type, okay, so you can see that again it is showing as the object. So it's nothing but even if you are giving the numbers or this is a string, so it shows you clearly that these are the array and it can store any type of data. Okay, unless until you are defining here like either a string, uh, like here a string, okay, or other data types. Unless until you define, it will show you like the object. Okay, so let's go to the another example. Okay, okay, so here you can see that the indexing is starting from 0 to 0 onwards. Okay, okay, so we have seen the the string and even the integer. Okay, another thing is like here you can see that I we can define or we can give the multiple arrays in the same array. Okay, so here if you see, I have given as the my multi array equal to at the rate, and in one array I am defining 1 to 3, and in another array I am defining as 30 to 50. Okay, so if I print it, what the result I'm going to get? Okay, so you can see that it has taken sequentially. So first from 1 to 3 it has taken, and again from 30 to 60 it is taken. So that is how it works. Okay, also if you can see that, see for example, if I want to print the result from 1 to dot 3. Okay, so it will print me the values from 1 to 3. Let's see. Okay, so here you can see from the second, as you know that the indexing is starting from 0. So since I have given from 1 to 3, okay, so it will start from here to this value 2 to 3 4. Here you can see, so it has printed 2 to 3. So like that we can give. Okay, also if you want to print the last number in the array, so you can print it. See the last number is 8. So that is how we can see. See, if I give the 2, then what the value it is giving. See the 7. So if you give the numbers like in the minus, then it will take from from last to and will be going back. Okay, that is how it is working. And if you give 1, then it starts from left to right. If you give minus, then it starts from right to left. Okay, and if I give from like 0 to, as we have seen earlier also, 0 to 5, okay, then it will give the result till here, till 6. Okay, so you can see that from 1 to 6 it has given the result. Okay, so hope you understand what are the arrays and how we can store it. Okay, again here if you want to say for example, here we have seen the multiple array. Okay, and here we can merge the arrays. Okay, say for example, if we have multiple arrays and if you want to merge it, we can do that. So here if you can see, I have given the value like the March month, I'm giving the arrays like 2 3 4 5 6, and from April I'm given 7 8 9 10 and onwards. Okay, so okay, so here this is the value. So what I'm going to do is I have given as all. Okay, and in all I'm going to store the value, means merge the values from March and April. Okay, so let us run and see. Okay, so you can see that starting from March 2 to 6 and again from 7 to 12 it has taken the value. Okay, so hope you understand what is RS. Okay, so we are going to work more depending upon this RS, and we are going to see for loop. Okay, so I have taken some of the examples, okay, from the arrays and for loop. So here if you see, this is also nothing but an array. Okay, so I have stored some details in servers.txt. Okay, so if you see that, say I have stored the values like RIO and VM1 VM2 to 5. I don't have all other machines, but just for example I have given VM1 to VM5. Okay, so this is nothing but the array, and we are going to read this array, or you can say that we are going to read this text file, and we are going to work on the for loop. Okay, so how the for loop works? Okay, so here we have to give the command like for, and the bracket we are going to define like I equal to 0. This I can be anything. It can be A, it can be B or C, depending upon your requirements, or like you can define the value here. Okay, so since I have given here I, so let's go with that. So what I'm going to define here is I want to define 0. So I value I'm giving as 0. Okay, and again I'm defining. So first is uh, I have given the initial value. Okay, that is nothing but 0, and I'm giving the condition. So first one is initialization and second is the conditions. So I'm giving the conditions like uh, less than 10. So it will keep on running till it reaches the 10. Okay, and it will print the value, and again I'm giving here print the values. I is nothing but the variable that we are here we have defined, and it will give plus plus means it will keep on increasing till the this less than value 10 is met. Okay, so let's run it and see what the result we are going to get. Okay, so let it run again so we will get more clarity. Okay, so here you can see that it has printed the value, okay, starting from 0 to 9. So it is less than 10. Okay, now the question is how we can use all these, the conditions in automatic. So from an automation perspective, let's see how it works. Okay, so let me remove this and see. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm reading the contents from servers, that is nothing but the array. Okay, and servers count equal to servers dot count. So here we have given the value manually, but say for example if you are going to the automation, so I don't know like in servers dot txt how many records are there, so I cannot define this value less than or greater than equal to, right? So what I'm going to do is here I'm just doing the count. So say for example if I give it here like server count, okay, dot count. Sorry, I have already given the count. So we can see that what is the output we are going to get. So it is showing that there are the 6 records, okay, that we got. So no need to count how many values are there in this servers.txt file. We can count it from here. Okay, now we have got this value less than or greater than whatever it is. So we have got this variable by giving the function type like the count. Okay, so we got this values using this count variable or function, you can say that. So here I am defining as for I equal to 0 and dollar $I, the variable is less than servers count. Okay, and here again I'm going to do the value like dollar one and plus plus, so it will keep on showing me the records or count till it is less than the count. Okay, okay, so say for example if I simply run this command dollar I, then what I'm going to get. Okay, so you can see that, let me run it again. Okay, so it has printed me the value from 1 to 0 to 5, means it has taken all the records. Okay, it is showing all these 6 records. Okay, so say for example if I am giving this one, this is the list of servers, plus I'm giving the servers is nothing but this one, okay, which is reading the arrays, whatever there in the text files, I'm the data is stored in this variable, that is the servers. So I'm going to call these servers. Okay, So since I'm going to call these servers, so here I'm going to give like, since I have given the less than, so it will go one by one records. Okay. And it will print till this, the conditions is met. So here after the plus servers, I have given like, $I. So it's nothing but what it will do is, uh, till this condition is met, less than number of count is, 6, it will keep on showing me the records related to servers, and it will go one by one. Okay, so let's go ahead and run it. Before that, let me clear it. So okay, yep. So you can see that this is the list of servers RIU, and for all the servers, instead of showing me only the count, here it is printing the value. Right. So this is how we can, use in our real life scenario or in automation perspective. Also say if I want to, uh, test the connection. Okay, so let's see if it works. Okay, so actually all the servers that I have taken are all the, the VM servers, and that does not exist, so that's why we are not getting it here. Okay. Okay, so I hope you got an idea, like, how it works in our real life scenarios. Okay, and how we can iterate all these, uh, all these conditions, you know while, building the automation scripts. Okay, so now we are going to see what is the for each loop. Okay, so I have copied some of the examples here that we can see. Okay, so here you can see, we have already, have some data related to this, like, RIU1 and all. So yep, so this data we already have in the server.txt. So same thing, like, you can even compare what is the difference between the for loop and for each loop. So if you see in for loop, what we used to do is we had to define the value like dollar equal to 0, and we had to count, you know, the number of records, and we used to give like, the plus plus equal to, and that how we used to do that. But in for each loop, we don't need to define any variable or any function here. We can directly go and give the command like for each and server. So how I got the server? So server means, I am just defining here the server, and my list of the server is here. So you can see that as I printed earlier, these are the number of the servers that I have. Okay, so let me comment it so we will get more details. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm going to for each. For each means each server in the list. This is the, servers. Okay, the variable which has the list of the servers. Okay, so I'm going to print each servers one by one using the for each loop. Okay, so it will run till all the servers are executed. Okay, so say for example, and here I'm just simply defining server. So here I can give anything like row number or something, and if I print it here row, so whatever variables we are putting here, we have to give the same thing, right? So let me go and run this and see what the result we are going to get, right? So you can see that we are going to get the same result. Okay, from here row, even if I give this server, and here again I give the same, so we will get the same result, right? So this is how this is pretty easy and much comfortable to use this, for each loop. Okay, so next is how we can use in our, automation scripts. Okay, okay, so Here same thing, we can print like uh, say for example I can write host. This is the list of the servers. Okay, and if we want to give more details like foreground color like yellow or something, or cyan, then we can give that. Okay, so let's go ahead and run the script. What is the error message school for each, because running script is disabled on this system. Okay, okay, so let me first remove this and see. Okay, so same thing, you can see that this is the last list of the servers, and here I have given the server. Here I think also we can give the details like foreground color equal to cyan, and let's see if it comes. Yeah, so here you can see the color as well. Okay, so this is how it works. Even say for example, if you want to run this command like service status or something, that we will learn more while we are going to automate the SQL server, like what are the services running, what are the services are in stop state, how we can start the services. So in that file management and service status, we are going to see all those details. So here I'm just covering like the basic variables and uh, functions, and the other stuffs like for loop and for each loop and other conditions and variables, which are very useful when you are going to do the automation. Okay, so that's it guys. So today we have learned about what is the arrays and for loop and for each loop, and for each loop is going to be used mostly in our automation scripts. Okay, so we will see in our next lectures like what are the other variables and how we can use that. That's it guys. I hope you enjoyed the videos and it is very helpful to you. If you like the videos, then subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. That's it guys, thank you.